At this significant moment, I, Angela Espino, want you to lead on me all your ears to explore the contemporary foreign and economic policies, virtually of Western South America and Northern South America. Peru is a country in South America that home to a sections of Amazon rainforest and Machu Picchu, an ancient Incan city. High in the Andes Mountain, the region around Machu Picchu, including the Sacred Valley, and Cathedral and colonial city of Cusco, is rich in archaeological sites on Peru. Arid Pacific coast is Lima, the capital with a preserved colonial center and important collections of pre-Columbian art. They are the language of Peru. Spanish is the official language of Peru. It was introduced by Spanish colonizer during the colonizations of the Incas in 1532. During the pre-Hispanic period, the Incas spread their language Quechua across the highlands and along the coast, although some group near Lake Titicaca spoke Aymara at the time of the Spanish conquest. Quechua and Aymara are still prevalent and have official usage with Spanish in regions where they are heavily spoken. Tropical forest areas were outside Incan influence and dialect now spoken in the Amazon region reflect the diverse linguistic heritage of the tropical forest peoples. Like their Incas ancestor, the overwhelming number of indigenous people read neither their own nor any other language. In major cities and tourist areas, however, English and other European languages commonly are spoken. The religions of Peru. Constitutions provide for freedom of religion. More than three-fourths of Peruvian are Roman Catholic. Between one-tenth and one-fifth are evangelical Christian, other Protestant, and followers of traditional belief from small religious minorities. Ancient Peru had various polytheistic and pantheistic religion. The most important god were Viracocha, Lord, Creator, and Father of men, and Pachamama. It means Earth Mother. The sun, moon, and such phenomena as lighting and mountain were also worshipped each culture. Rise temples to honor its local divinity. The Hispanic conquest of the Incas brought new religious traditions to the Andean area. The Spanish indoctrinated the indigenous people and spread Roman Catholicism, built hundreds of churches and held fiestas for patron saint in each village. The people were not strict in their practices. However, Protestant sects proliferated during 20th century and the indigenous people have mixed mini-pagan belief into the Roman Catholic rituals to produce the syncretic religion rich on traditions. Presidents of the Republic of Peru. Incumbent Pedro Castillo since 28 July 2021 formally recognized as the President of the Republic of Peru. In Spanish, Presidente de la República del Peru is the head of state and head of government of Peru. The President is the head of the executive branch and is the supreme head of the armed forces and police of Peru. The office of president corresponds to the highest magistracy in the country, making the president the highest-ranking public official in Peru. Due to broadly interpreted impeachment wording in the 1993 Constitution of Peru. The Congress of Peru can impeach the president without cause, effectively making the executive branch subject to the legislature. Facts about Peru. Peru is well known for its large number of archaeological sites, vast Amazon basin, and Spanish colonial history. There are the five having in Peru. Number 1 is potatoes and more potatoes. Peru is the birthplace of the humble potato, so it's not surprising. There are the more than 4,000 varieties found in the country. These tasty tubers have been domesticated in this part of the world for at least 8,000 years. You're bound to find at least a dozen different types on display in any grocery store. They come in all shapes, size, and color, each with their own distinctive textures and flavor. Second is birthplace surfing. It is widely believed that the small coastal town of Juan Chacho is the birthplace of surfing. Local fishermen still ride the surf back to shore with their daily catches while straddling their cabalitos de tutoras, it means little red horses. These handcrafted traditional red boats date back at least 2,000 years. Number 3, two of the world's deepest canyons. Both the Cotahuasi Canyon and the Colca Canyon in southern Peru compete for the deepest canyon in the Americas and generally show up in the top 10 lists for that world. At moment that 12,000 feet deep, they are both more than as deep as the Grand Canyon in the US. Number 4 is world highest navigable lake. Although there are higher, smaller lakes around the world, Lake Titicaca is considered the highest navigable lake because of the commercial craft that frequent its water. And number 5 is ceviche, curing fish, raw fish, and citrus juice spiced with chili, peppers, onion, salt, and coriander will result in Peru's national dish. Ceviche, every cook has their own variation, and it is usually served with side dishes and include red onions, sweet potato, cooked bananas, avocado, and lettuce.
Foreign of policies of Peru. In the last decades of the 20th century, government policies focused on inflation foreign debt, which were serious problems in the 1970s. Peru's monetary policies. All in all, we expect the monetary policy rate to reach at least 4.75% to 5.25%.
Venezuela, country located at the northern end of South America. It occupies a roughly triangular area that is larger than the combined areas of France and Germany. Venezuela is bounded by the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean to the north, Guyana to the east, Brazil to the southwest and west. The national capital, Caracas, is Venezuela's primary center of industry, commerce, education, and tourism. Languages. The indigenous groups speak more than 25 different languages, most of which belong to three linguistic families: Cariban, Arawakan, and Chibchan. Spanish is the national language of the majority. Local idioms, colloquial phrases, and simplified verb usage distinguish Venezuelan Spanish from other Latin American and Iberian variants. In Caracas and other major commercial centers, English is often favored in business communication, and private schools in Caracas encourage bilingualism. The presence of English-speaking professionals in the all centers and in the major cities has made English the country's most popular second language. Venezuela does not have an official religion. However, Roman Catholicism is the dominant faith and deeply culturally pervasive, according to the 2011 national census. It is estimated roughly 21% of the population identified as Catholic. Nicolas Maduro, in full, Nicolas Maduro Moros, born November 23, 1962, Caracas, Venezuela. Venezuelan politician and labor leader who won the special election held in April 2013 to choose a president to serve out the remainder of the term of President Hugo Chavez, who had died in March after serving as vice president, October 2012. March 2013, Maduro became the interim president following Chavez's death, a zealous proponent of Chavismo, the political system and ideology established by Chavez. Maduro was the successful candidate of the United Socialist Party of Venezuela. Facts about Venezuela. 1. The official name is the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, with a total area of 916,445 square kilometers. Venezuela is the 33rd largest country in the world, located on the northeast coast of South America. 29 million people live in Venezuela as of 2021. The capital city of Venezuela is Caracas, which has a population of 3 million. The official name of the country is the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela and the official language is Spanish. 2. Three countries border Venezuela. The Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea both border Venezuela to the north and it shares land borders with Brazil, Colombia and Guyana. The longest land border is the one shared with Colombia. It runs for 2,219 kilometers, 1,378 miles. Venezuela also has 300 islands. 3. Venezuela is a mega diverse country. According to Conservation International, Venezuela is one of 17 megadiverse countries in the world and the 7th country in the world with the highest number of wild species. Beauty is big business in Venezuela. The Big Four are the major international beauty pageants for women: Miss World, Miss Universe, Miss International, and Miss Earth. Monetary policy. In 2018, the growth of the monetary aggregates that has been ongoing since mid-2015 surged to record year-on-year increases of over 100%. At the end of 2018, the monetary base had expanded by 23,950%, while broader aggregates such as M1 and M2 grew by even more, posting year-on-year expansion of 68,463% and 68,307%, respectively. Venezuela's foreign ambition have been a mirage. Based on our source scores, all diplomacy has undoubtedly opened doors from Latin America to China and Africa. But Venezuela has failed to end its mono-commodity dependence. Both its foreign policy and domestic programs remain hostage to fluctuations in oil prices and the country's resource management policies.